Creating the perfect travel video for 1,000 viewers is not as simple as it looks. After 8 months of creating these videos, I figured today was time to show you some tricks of the trade to create the perfect travel video. It seems selfish to keep it all to myself after all. Today, as we explore the North Rim of the Grand Canyon, I'm going to show you some behind-the-scene tips to film the perfect travel vlog. That is, if you only want 1,000 people to see it. Number 1. The outfit. Consider this getting dressed for work, and therefore dress to impress. From the shoes, to the pants, to the shirt, to the accessories. Make sure you are looking good, and try not to repeat outfits across all of your videos. The internet is forever after all. Also, make sure to take care of your sunscreen off camera. Nobody wants to see all that. Number 2. Have a plan and know what you're talking about. No one wants to see you getting lost.
Morning, fellas. Which way to the Grand Canyon? That way? Yeah? Okay, alright, thanks. Have a good one.
Or not knowing what the heck you're doing. You don't want to be looking at your map all day long, as it cuts into your confidence on camera. Number 3, you're going to need to find the perfect pose for when you come to viewpoints. My personal go-to is the supervisor pose. Pretend it's your job to oversee this view, and with your hands on your hips, it looks like you're ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. Now feel free to use this. I will allow it, as it is not copyrighted. Also, I can't keep all the coolness to myself. We all need to spread the wealth here, so have a good time. Number 4. Try to memorize some facts and add some helpful commentary during the hike so you're not solely dependent on voiceovers for all of your information. It also gives the illusion to viewers that you have some semblance of an idea of what you're talking about. They'll never know that you just memorized that fact literally 2 minutes ago.
Did you guys know that the Grand Canyon only receives about... Usually the Grand Canyon receives about 10% of its visitors in total. The other 90% go to the South Rim. I see about 10% of visitors. The North Rim of the Grand Canyon only receives about 10% of the visitation out of all the Grand Canyon. Did you guys know that the North Rim of the Grand Canyon only receives 10% of the visitors compared to the South Rim, which gets 90% of the visitation? Nailed it. First try.
Number 5. The walkaway. People want to see you actually hike, or else how would they know that you actually did it? You don't want to be accused of being fake after all. Make sure you pretend you don't see the camera either so it looks as natural as possible. They will never suspect that you set up the shot and then walked away. But then you had to go back and retrieve the camera. But they won't know that because you're walking away from the camera. So no eye contact and walk as natural as possible. Also, try not to get caught by other hikers because that's just awkward for you. Basically, the point is you want it to look as natural as possible. Even though you're hiking the same hike twice. But they won't know that. You go back and forth, set up the camera, retrieve the camera, back and forth. You get extra steps in that way, so it's a good way to stay lean so you can eat more pancakes. Number 6, add some personality. I can guarantee that every location that you go to, there are literally thousands of films of other YouTubers that have already been there. So what are you bringing to the table that's different? For me personally, in my vlogs, it's adding the cool element. I often fill it with suspense and drama and my coolness. So don't be intimidated if yours doesn't come out as epic as mine. Find your own thing and then stick to it. For me, that involves adding a cool element. Filled with suspense.
Did you guys hear that? It's somebody being obnoxious in a canyon. It echoes everywhere, people. There's somebody on the trail ahead. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I need to walk right where you're going. Excuse me. He's still walking in my... Oh, jeez.
And drama.
I was just joking before, but this is actually really sketchy. I'm kind of scared. That was actually really scary. Obstacle course and national park all built in one. That'll get your heart going in the morning.
Which all highlights my very cool kid personality.
The amount of flies swarming around my head is disgusting. Hike in the summer, they said. It'll be fun, they said. I think this is the most attractive I've ever looked on camera.
So don't be intimidated if yours doesn't come out as cool as mine. It took a lot of years for me to become this cool. And you have to first walk before you can run. Number 7, the educational element. You want to educate your viewers with your knowledge of the place that you visit. After all, as the saying goes, everything you hear on the internet is true. Therefore, you can't be wrong.
Did you guys know that in the past 20 years of the Grand Canyon, there have been 9 alien abductions? Did you know the Grand Canyon got its name because the first person who discovered it estimated it to be worth about $1,000 at the time? Hence the name, Grand Canyon. Did you know if you say Grand Canyon 5 times fast, it sounds like chocolate cake?
So go ahead and educate your viewers. They're better off for it. Number 8, if you could manage it, try to show yourself making lunch or breakfast or coffee. The viewers want to see you be a human. I don't know why we really do this. It just seems like all travel vloggers include a coffee scene that lasts 2 minutes long. We gotta give the people what they want. They want to see the coffee. You could be showing them views of the Grand Canyon. But trust me, they want to see the coffee. Number 9, you're going to want to add a drama element. So what I typically do is I like to talk about the extreme weather conditions I'm experiencing when I'm at a place. That way, the viewers have a sense of adventure as you're experiencing these extreme weather conditions.
Like 65 and sunny today, but I'm a little bit worried about this cloud on the horizon. Hopefully it holds out on me, okay? Looks a little bit concerning, but hopefully it'll be all right. Never know with these things, you know, when you don't have service, you can't look up the weather, and so you just kind of have to rely on the signs from the sky. And I'm not liking the signs we're seeing today. 65, perfectly sunny, light breeze, and a very concerning cloud. So we'll see how it goes today.
You want to add the shock factor, people. Shock factor. And weather is a perfect way to do that. Number 10. Make sure to end with a scene of you going to bed. They'll never know that you had to set up the camera, then pretend to get into bed and go to sleep, and then go get up and retrieve your camera. That way they'll feel like it's the end of the video, end of the day, and it wraps it up in a nice little bow for them. So there you have it, the 10 tips for a successful travel vlog for 1,000 viewers. Good night, everyone.
Alright, y'all, I'm gonna say it. The North Rim is better than the South Rim. It is cooler, there's less people, that's the big two. And you get the same great views. See? And same great hiking trails, so I don't see why you wouldn't visit the North. Just as much mule droppings as I remember. It smells so good.
The car going by really fast. Zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, zoom by really fast. How are you going that fast on a dirt road? Jeez Louise. Okay.